two siblings return to their hometown in search of their long-lost father. They search the entire village but find no trace of him. Feeling disappointed, they take a short break. Just then, they overhear an old lady mentioning their father's name. They rush over to ask her about him. She tells them that their father is being beaten. Without hesitation, they sprint in the direction she points. Little did they know, they had already seen their father when they first entered the village. They found his back figure strangely familiar. As they approached to ask, a woman stopped them. She blocked their way while scolding the old man. They assumed it was just an argument between an old couple. They listened for a while at the door, thinking he wasn't their father. They left, but that old man was indeed their father. It all started 20 years ago on Christmas Eve. The woman had just given birth to a pair of twins. Her husband was preparing to celebrate the holiday with her. But suddenly, she heard a strange noise outside the door. Her husband got up to check it out. The next second, his agonizing scream echoed from outside. She rushed over to see what had happened. That's when she realized that a thief had broken into their home. The thief noticed her too. Without hesitation, he moved in to kill her. Snapping back to her senses, she grabbed the twins and fled the house. But the thief gave chase. In her panic, she tripped and fell to the ground. Her daughter was flung from her arms. Just as she tried to pick her up, she saw the thief closing in on them. Left with no choice, she took her son and ran for her life. Blinded by fear, she dashed straight into the path of a speeding luxury car. The driver immediately got out, rushing them to the hospital. Meanwhile, a passing general found the abandoned baby girl. Mistaking her for an orphan, he took her in and raised her as his own. 20 years passed in the blink of an eye. The girl inherited her adoptive father's legacy, becoming the most powerful martial god. As for her brother, he was taken in by the tycoon who had saved him that night. Now, he had inherited all of his fortune. Both siblings coincidentally returned to their hometown to search for their father. The brother disguised himself as a migrant worker, while the sister, wanting to remain unnoticed, dressed up as a janitor. The moment they met at the village entrance, one look was all it took for them to recognize each other. After seeing the birthmarks on their bodies, they embraced in excitement. From a distance, their subordinates observed in secret, only leaving once they confirmed the two were safe. The siblings then entered the village together. They once again saw the old man's familiar back figure. As they approached him, the woman from before stopped them. She blocked their way and continued to scold the old man. They still thought it was just an argument between an old couple. They listened for a while at the door, believing he wasn't their father. They turned away. What they didn't know was that their father had spent years searching for them. He had exhausted all his savings. Even his own sister threatened him to sell his house. But how could he ever agree to such a condition? He had no choice but to borrow from loan sharks to survive. Shortly after the siblings left, the thugs arrived at the old man's house, wielding clubs, demanding immediate repayment. The poor man had nothing to give. Seeing this, the thugs started smashing his belongings, even tossing his late wife's memorial tablet to the ground and stomping on it. Meanwhile, the siblings, unable to find their father, ordered their men to investigate his whereabouts. Before long, they received the first piece of news about him. Without wasting a second, they rushed home as fast as they could.